So you want to get a motorcycle, but you have no idea where to start? Well, I'm going to give you 5 things today that are going to help you figure out if motorcycling is for you. All right, everybody, welcome to Two Wheeled Views. I am Nathan. I'm excited to dive into this for you. I started in motorcycling without a lot of knowledge as far as what I was getting myself into. I went to the dealership and bought a bike because it was shiny. Now that's for me. I was ready to make a financial commitment in something that I didn't know a lot about. I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't. Maybe a lot of people are scared if they're going to go down. Motorcycling is dangerous. How do I know what bike I should buy? I just have so many questions. What can I do to figure out if it is for me? I think you might find that it's a lot of fun. And if it's something that you've thought about, do these 5 things. And if at the end of that you decide, you know what, not for me, hang it up, go home, totally fine. But I think if you're thinking about it now, you're probably going to end up buying a bike. Now, as we're going over these 5 things, I'm going to touch on some things along the way that I think are big no-nos. Not an exact list, but we'll get into it. So first of the 5 things, ride a bicycle, right? If you don't have a bike, I'm sure somebody that you know has a bicycle that they will let you hop on. You can rent bicycles, even if it's an e-bike, totally fine. Just something that requires you to balance it. So go to the nearest city, rent an e-bike. They've got apps. It'll cost you $5. But if you can hop on a bicycle, e-bike or pedal bike, whatever it is, that requires you to balance, you're out in the open air, and you enjoy that, and you want more of that, that alone is a really good step to prepare you to ride a motorcycle because you're working on the balancing. Believe me, I've seen people that tell me, hey, I've ridden a bicycle, and they hop on and they do not understand the basics of balancing. Come to find out, it's been 20 years since they last rode a bicycle. So huge part there of just understanding the balancing aspect. Second part is you get to feel what it's like to feel exposed at speed, right? Maybe you are only going 10 miles an hour, 15 miles per hour, maybe 20, 25 miles per hour, depending on the e-bike, but you get to feel what it's like to feel exposed in the open air. And so really good first step, should be free, if not $5 for you to try out. So definitely give it a go. Number 2 is going to be utilizing your online resources. Now this is an iffy one. And a big no-no is going to Instagram and searching motorcycle videos or crash videos or wheelie videos or whatever it is, and just watching reckless Robs on the internet doing crazy stuff. I'd say you want to be looking for more seasoned material, right? Material that has maybe been vetted a little bit. A couple channels that come to mind for me that I utilize that aren't necessarily the humor side. They do have some fun videos that you can watch. But one, Revzilla, right? Revzilla is a online retailer that sells gear, sells product. They make really good content. They make motorcycle mechanic content, how to work on your bike. They also make first ride videos. So if there's a bike that you're interested in, that they go over all of the details of it better than probably I ever could. And then they also have a podcast. So High Side, Low Side is a podcast that I really enjoy listening to. And they've done 10 seasons of the podcast. So regardless of what type of motorcycle you're interested in or whatever else, those are videos that you can go watch and see if it's something you're interested in, right? Look at the pictures, listen to them talk about it, see if it's something that you can see yourself enjoying down the road. So that's, again, very free, right? YouTube. Another channel that comes to mind, I would say, is Canyon Chasers. He's actually a local guy here in Utah who has been a motorcycle coach for 30 years, puts out some really good content, kind of puts it in a better perspective. Again, this is something that if you're watching those videos saying that that's something I want to be doing more in a, not a controlled environment, but more in a controlled mental state, right? We're not the crazy kids on YouTube, which I guess is where I am. But on maybe the shorter form content, we're avoiding that. So, there's a lot of bad information out there. So vet it a little bit before you dive into it. So number 3, I think, is a trick that maybe not a lot of people think about, but most of us, I would assume, who are interested in motorcycles have driven a car, if not driven a car for many, many years. But what you don't realize is that when you're behind the wheel of a car, you have a car driver's mentality, not a motorcyclist mentality. So number 3 is every time you get behind the wheel of your car, try to think as if you were on a motorcycle. Now, I'm not saying lane filter or try to go between traffic, because that's not going to end well for anybody. But put your mind in the mindset, or put yourself in the eyes of a motorcyclist, because it's going to force you to see things that you haven't seen before. And I'm going to give a couple examples. So one is intersections, right? And I'm not talking just red lights, right? Everybody kind of is aware of red light intersections and things like that. But I'm talking intersections where simply there's a crossroad and you're driving down the main street, right? You have the right of way. You're on the road going in a straight line, no stoplights, but there's a lane perpendicular to you. Now, that lane is one of the most dangerous for us motorcyclists, because if there's somebody in that middle lane that's about to turn left, which means they're coming at you and they're going to turn left in front of you, they will pull right in front of you, and you're on a smaller machine. They might not see you. And to be honest, that's one of the most common accidents on a motorcycle. So when you're in your car, look for that, right? Think, if I were on a motorcycle, if I were smaller, what am I going to be looking for? Am I going to be looking for gravel on the road, right? Am I going to be looking for manhole covers? Am I going to be looking for wet spots, right? These are things that when you're on a motorcycle, you're going to be looking for. Now, early on, you might not be. And that's where when you're in your car, you can put your mind into that state and imagine you were, right? And that's going to give you a leg up that when you do throw your leg over one of the motorcycles, or you do get your first bike, you're already going to see those things, right? That's going to take a little bit of a mental load off that you're already paying attention to. So definitely a helpful tip that I don't think really anybody in a car does, right? You're starting over. It's not just you hop on a motorcycle and it's, oh, I've driven a car for 20 years, I'm good. You're starting over. And you really need to get your brain back into that mindset and not be arrogant when you swing your leg over a motorcycle for the first time. Okay, now number 4 is going to be, if you have a friend, if you know somebody with a motorcycle, ask them if you could ride on the back with them. Ask them if you can be their backpack for just a short ride. I myself have taken people on their very first motorcycle ride. Now, obviously, be careful of who you ask. Don't go to your crazy Gixxer rider down the street wearing flip-flops and a t-shirt, which I know is pretty much what I'm wearing right now, but I am not riding, and ask them for a backpack ride, right? You want to ask somebody who you trust, who maybe you know. And if you don't know somebody, maybe this step isn't for you, but if you know somebody with a bike that you trust, super great opportunity. Like I said, I've helped people buy their first motorcycle who decided that it was for them because I took them the back of my motorcycle first. I gave them a very controlled, slower type of ride, just so that they could feel what it's like, the same type of thing as a number 1 being on a bicycle. If you have access to that, again, it's a free thing that you can do, but is an excellent opportunity to see if motorcycling is something that you're going to be enjoying. Okay. Number 5, I think, is a big one. Now, the first 4 you saw were pretty much all free, right? They're all things that you could do, no cost to you. Number 5 is going to be a little bit of a cost up front. It is to take a class, take an MSF course. They are nationwide. I'd say that they probably range from $200 to $400, depending on what company that you do it through. Here in Utah, I know of Utah Rider Ed, which is an excellent school that you can do it through. I think $250 or something like that. So take a class, pay the money. They will give you bikes that are very beginner friendly, that don't require you to have a ton of experience. The class is literally designed for somebody who has 0 experience. So you'll do an online course ahead of time to get an understanding of different controls, to learn kind of what we talked about with having that motorcycle mindset. And then you'll have 2 days on the range where they will take you step by step, from very beginning steps, understanding what controls do what, to at the end, taking a road test, which would qualify you to get your endorsement. Not to say that you have to get your endorsement, right? For $260, you can hop on a motorcycle and see if it's something that you enjoy, if it's something that's for you. And I know people that have done that, left that class and said, you know what? It's not for me. I'm not going to put any more money into it. That $250 was enough. It's not my thing. And they walked away. Totally fine. But that is a small investment in yourself and in your life to, 1, set yourself up for success and learn proper skills, but also figure out if it's a thing that you want to invest more money into. I myself have invested quite a bit of money into it. Motorcycling has become a very big part of my life, but that's not to say that it has to be the case for you. So those are a few tips and tricks for what you could do. Obviously, things that you don't want to do. Don't buy a helmet and start making TikTok videos just with a helmet because you don't have a motorcycle yet, right? That's not really going to help you become a better motorcyclist down the road. And I think all of the steps that I've given you would assist in helping you become a better motorcyclist down the road. Other thing is, don't idolize bozos, right? Don't look for those kids that are doing crazy stuff on the road and think that's what I need to be doing. Motorcycles are a lot of fun, and they can be a lot of fun in a lot of different environments, but you want to make sure, again, that you are leaving your ego at the door. You're learning step by step. I have experiences myself that have not ended well because of not leaving my ego at the door. So learn from others' mistakes, ride safe. Thanks for checking out Two Wheeled Views. I hope those things have helped you maybe be more interested in getting a motorcycle or just motorcycles in general. Leave a comment down below if there's any questions that you do still have, whether you ride or don't ride. If there's anything that you're curious about, I would be more than happy to answer those. If not, make a full-fledged video for it. So let me know. Again, thanks for tuning in, and arrive safe.